Not people, but that's a good opportunity for us also to talk about what you do if you use AI. How can you use AI if you don't do it yet? So of course, don't hesitate if you have any questions or any recommendations or business cases that you have that could be interesting about AI. Don't hesitate to jump in and to talk about it. Um, so be, um, Today we will talk about AI, especially for businesses as auditor, tax lawyer, accountants. So all the works of services. And I will have more my point of view of lawyer, so more legal aspects of what are the potentials, but also the risk, because AI is fantastic, but we have also a lot of risks using AI, and we can mitigate the risks if we have some good practices. So today I would like to give you also some good examples and some good practices to use AI, but use it wisely. So maybe my first question, Henry, do you use AI for business or not yet?
Not yet. No, not
Okay,
really.
okay.
But
And do
we
you hear
intend to go to a
some
graduate
people?
package. Yeah.
Okay. And Ali, what about you? Do you use AI in your business in the team? I can hear you.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we use because I'm on the IT side of TGS, and we highly use AI as personal assistants to our business because that's what we can get most use of AI at the moment. And we have tried to build some agents as well, but currently we mostly use it as a personal assistant to our work, actually.
Okay, great. Yeah, indeed, it's a really good one. So yeah, I don't need a slide like this, but why it matters if you don't use AI already, it's because it will be everywhere and it's already everywhere. So it's like a computer, it's like internet. You cannot work anymore without AI in the future and also in at the moment. So in business, it will be everywhere. It's about drafting of documents. It's about research. It's about reporting. It's about also the contact with the clients. It's about recording meetings, having some summaries. So you have so many tasks that you can give to AI in the business. And so the question is, no, should we use AI? It's how do we use, like, how do we use it safely and effectively? Because it will be not mandatory, but I think if a business doesn't use AI, it will be like uh, dead. Like all the other businesses will be better. So you should use AI, but do it wisely. And I will give you all the good practices today. So today's objective, it's about concrete. I don't know why the slides are like this. It's like double words. I will explain some concrete examples, opportunities in the legal and auditing and accounting world. We will see together all the legal risks, what are the point of attentions, and also the safeguards I told before. So I think I can give you some examples, like concrete examples of AI use. So when I say AI, it's mostly generative AI. It's like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever, but it's all the AI like this. So it will be the most helpful and the most easy to use for your business for first step. Of course, Ali, if you are in IT, I'm sure you are at the next step. But for someone who doesn't use AI already, I think generative AI, it's like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude are the first step, and it's really good if you use it correctly. Um, so it's good about drafting. We will see how we can have a really effective drafting of documents, for example. It's also really good if you want to review some document. Of course, we will see that you need to be careful if you want to put some client's documents in the AI, because it's about confidentiality, which is really important. So generative AI is good at drafting. Some legal research, but it depends the field and the law and so on. Also, financial analysis. It's good normally if you give a good prompt, which is the sentence you ask to the AI, the generative AI. It can be really good if your also your prompt is good. We will see that just after. AI can be used also with client communication. I use it a lot with emails. I can write some ideas, and I ask the AI to write the email after that to my clients, and then I add the maybe the name of the client or some confidential information that I have, and that I didn't put in the AI before. But it helps me to gain some time to write the emails. Also, yeah, write meeting summaries. Sometimes you see at some meetings some agents or some AI connecting directly to the meeting, and you receive just after that a meeting summary, which is really convenient. Um, I use it also, like you can use it with, for example, a chatbot. You can have a chatbot on your website. It's also usually based on AI, based on your documentation. So not really generative AI, but it's another way to do it. But it can be really interesting for the client communication. If you have always the same questions from your client, it can be useful to have an AI answering to the most asked questions, for example, on your website, or if you receive some emails with always the same questions, maybe you can do some automation to answer directly to that kind of questions with AI. Um, yes, and also I use it a lot for monitoring. So I have AI that can also check if there is some new laws, new I don't know, compliance stuff, new documents that I'm that are useful for my business. So you can put that in place. That's AI check internet every, I don't know, every day, every week, every month, and do a report of all the news about tax, about compliance, whatever. But it's quite easy to do, and I think it's really convenient. Um, we talk about drafting, document processing. Uh, Also, of course, AI is really useful about translation. If you have some clients in another language, it's easy to have a document or an email in one. You can write it in your language and then translate it. Also now during meeting, you can also have some direct translation. I think it will be better and better. And I think one day, and not so long ago, we will have some AI translating in real time during meetings in your own language. So I think it will be really useful if you want to have a meeting with I don't know, Chinese or some people you don't know the language, it will really be really good. So yeah, research, data analysis, content. If you want, also it's really good if you want to use it for social media. If you want a calendar, okay, I want to post on LinkedIn every week, and I want a different topic, and it needs to be really accurate and so on. You can really yeah, define this strategy and the calendar of the social media, and also it can do your design and some content, of course. And I will tell you a lot. It's really important always to have the human view, the human validation after, and yeah, always before sending to a client or before posting online or whatever, to have this human point of view. It's really important because as lawyer, as accountant, as auditor, we have a responsibility. We need to be accountable to what we give to the clients. So it's really good to have AI as an assistant, as you told just before, Ali. That's exactly the key message. AI, it's really, really good if you use it correctly. But it's not for to do all your work. It's really as you have a secretary or an assistant or I don't know, a junior employee, but it's not a decision maker. It's not the final decision that needs to be done by AI. It's really important because you stay accountable for all your acts and documents you give to the clients and I don't know, the employees and everyone. Um, so because I've seen a lot of people using AI and just copy paste, for example, the text and send like they don't really check, double check, is that correct? Is that really accurate? We have some sources. Is that correct sources or is that just made up by the AI? So just think AI as an assistant for drafting the first part of each task, and then you do the work. But if you do that for a lot of tasks, you will gain a lot of hours per week. I would say I have maybe 2 hours a day that I have for me thanks to using AI. So it's a lot. That you can use that to work more or to go to the gym or to see friends. So it's really interesting. It's time making. It's really good. So I would love to talk about 4 major risks about using AI. The first one is hallucinations. So you need to understand how it works. Sorry for Ali because you're in IT, so I'm sure you know that already. But if you use AI, generative AI like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, it's they don't think. The AI will understand your question and try to predict what will be the answer. It's not really thinking. And so the AI will prefer to give you maybe a wrong answer, which maybe is close to the reality, but not exactly the correct one, because it's the probability they want to give. It's they think it's the most relevant sources, for example, but it's not really the correct one. So what I would like to say is sometimes if you ask some reports, some laws, you ask for some sources in the AI, it can be wrong. So please always verify because it's sometimes they really invents false statistics, the fake cases of legal cases and so on. So please verify always if you have some statistics or sources. Please verify. We have so many cases now. I know about lawyers, but I'm sure in a lot of other fields of people using AI. They don't verify the facts and the sources. And for example, they put in the judgment or they put in the conclusions to the judge some sources and fake legal cases. And so it's really, shameful because it's for, the judge saw that, and for the lawyers, that's not good for their reputation that you just use AI without verifying. But I've heard also other cases. For example, maybe you have heard it's in Deloitte, I think. They put some fake references in a national report, like a big client's report, and they needed to reimburse some money to the state, to the Australian state, because they just write a fake report. It was not good statistics. It was all bit made up. So it's really, really annoying for your reputation and for also maybe the contract. Like they needed to reimburse a part of it. So that's quite annoying. That's the first really big risk. So always verify all the facts and all the things the AI tells. The second things, it's about the data, the confidentiality. It's really important to know that what you put in AI, in generative AI, it can be leaked. Like you can have a data leakage of the client. You can it's quite dangerous to put sensitive data in it. So please do not put any sensitive information of your clients. If you can anonymize or delete all the sensitive information of your documents or the emails you want to build with AI, that's really a good practice. I have a good example. So it was a Samsung engineer, and he used ChatGPT for a patent thing and a source code. And he asks some stuff in Chat about this protected patent who was not known already. And a few months after that, there is another person working in a competitive company of something, and they ask ChatGPT, "Oh, okay, what's the solution of this problem?" And ChatGPT answer, giving all the information about the Samsung product, Samsung patent. And so it means that when you use this kind of AI, normally all the tool can be can use all your data to train the AI, to have more information to answer other people. So it's really important in the settings of ChatGPT, Claude, whatever you are using, to delete in the privacy settings. You can opt out the button saying I want to train the data model. The sentence can be different in some tools, but you have always in the privacy settings a way to opt out that kind of thing, and so AI will not train the AI on your own data that you put in it. But however, my main advice is do not put sensitive information or sensitive yeah data of your clients or employees in the AI for sure. The third risks is about bias and discrimination. Why? It's because when you use AI, AI is based and trained on a lot of information, a lot of data. But depending on what the data are, it can be biased. For example, I have a good example of Amazon. So the company Amazon, they try to put in place some AI for recruitment, and they give all the information of the resume and the employees of Amazon, and they build the AI on that on all these data, and based on that, they did an audit a few years after that to see, okay, is the AI better than HR, or should we go back to HR, normal HR? And what the audit said, they said that it was really we can see a discrimination because the AI selects always in priority all the resume, all the profile of men, usually men, and usually white people. Why? Because the AI was trained on all the data of the company. And so the AI said, okay, I see in the top management, it's a lot of white and men people. And so it means that if you want to be in the top management, you need to be white and you need to be a man. And so, yeah, the AI select only the resume of white and men people. So that shows that it can be we can find some bias or discrimination, and so just be careful when you use AI that maybe it can be biased based on the data they use to train the AI. And the fourth risks, it's about accountability. So, but I've talked on that already. It's as a lawyer, as an accountant, as an auditor, you need to remain responsible if you use AI. So if you have some fake things in the report to your clients, or if you have a data leakage, a data leak of some clients' information because you use AI, it's you. It's not the AI who that will be responsible, because an AI cannot be legally responsible. An AI doesn't have a legal liability. So it's always the human using the AI who will be responsible if we have a problem with a client or with an employee. Okay. So that's I've talked already. Um. So yeah. So that I've talked already. So I would like to insist on that. Always verify the results. So when I ask something to an AI, ChatGPT usually, but some other sometimes, it's for me it's a draft, and then I sometimes they put some sources or the links directly in the answer, and I will check, I will verify. Another way to do it, because you are the professional, and usually AI is really general. They know a lot of things if you use generative AI, but you are the professional and you are the expert in your field. So what I do, for example, if I want to write a clause, some part of a contract, and I know it's about intellectual property. I know it's about Belgian law. If I put just write an article, a clause on intellectual property in a contract, it won't be good. It's not good because I need to be precise. What I'm doing, it's I will be more precise on my in my instructions, but also I will upload the correct text of the law of intellectual property of Belgium, because I know that he can find the correct information in that document, because I know, because I know this field. Because if you don't precise, if you don't give an example or the document, he will search on all.
Yeah. We've lost Sophie's connection. She's coming back.
Yeah.
It's the AI robots are taking her away. They're fighting back.
Continue. Yeah, so that's a good practice. So I upload, for example, some legislation that I know, and I know the answer is in it. And I say, okay, write an email to explain to the clients what he can do or what he cannot do about intellectual property in this field.
Sophie, you're not sharing anything. Your sharing is broken, so maybe you would like to reshare.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I will do it again. Is it better like this?
Mm.
Do you see it? Yeah, okay, perfect, thanks. So yeah, so always validation. A good process in your team could be to have an internal um, charter. I don't know in English. Just a policy, internal policy to explain to your employees, to your colleagues, okay, what kind of thing we can do with AI, what is forbidden, for example, to put sensitive data of employees, of clients in it, and what's the process if we have a problem. What's the process? Should we tell the clients? Should we have always this I don't know, manager validation if you use AI? So it's really important, and in Europe it's mandatory to have that kind of policy. If you have AI used in your company, you need to train the employees and also to have that kind of policy. Whatever you put in it, it's more a use AI policy that you need to put in place, but it's mostly for Europe. But it's also a good practice if you are not in Europe. I think it can be a good practice to have also that kind of thing. So AI usage policy, trainings of staff. It can be easy, like it's not the IT level. It just if you have that kind of a training explaining the risks and how we can really use AI, I think it's enough. But it's important to be trained and also to approve some tools. It's difficult for me to give you all the correct tools to use because it's changing so much so fast. But I think every X months or every year you should have this list. Okay, we can use this and this and these tools, and not these ones, for example. for the European firms, I would prefer to have some European tools because also it's uh, GDPR compliance and all the legislation of EU compliance. So, but I know a lot of tools are more American or yeah, mostly American. So that could be a problem, but yeah. So if you can find a EU tool, usually it's safer about, for example, confidentiality, data protection, and so on. So just before I told you about the more precise you are in your instruction, the better results you will have. So it calls the art of prompting. So the prompt is the instruction you give to the AI, for example, the generative AI, so ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, um, because it's really there that you can see a difference between a good result and a bad result of your question. It's really that the output quality depends on the input clarity. So I've put here the good structure for me and for a lot of people to have a good result. So if you want to put a question, to ask a question or to ask a task to some AI, you need first to define the role. So I always put you are a lawyer from Belgium and you are specialized in intellectual property, data protection, technology law. That's always my first sentence in when I ask something to some AI. So you, if for example, you can put act as an IT developer or act as a tax advisor. So define the role. And it's interesting. It cannot be your role in the real life. For example, if you want to design something, you can act as a graphic designer, and you want to create this image. So you can change, of course, your real work, but you need to define the role of the AI you want to act. Then you need to provide a context. To say, okay, you need to write an email to your clients. It needs to be a little bit long, but not too much. And you need to write in it this, and this. And then you will specify the format. So, okay, I already said I want an email, but you can also say I want a Excel sheet or a Word document. Please talk really professionally, or oh no, you talk to a friend, so it can be really amicable, like it's you can really define the format there, and then you need to give to the AI an objective. Okay, so the goal of the email or the goal of this document, it's like this, or you need to write this report to this audience. So give the objective. And then usually I heard people saying, oh, okay, but I write this and it was not so good. The results that the AI told me was not so good. Why is that? It's because it's, for me, if you use generative AI, it's always a discussion. You need to refine, you need to give maybe some more information. Maybe it's a good first draft, but you can say, oh, okay, but I want this to be longer, or I want you to also to add this and this. Oh, but check this kind of uh, tax also obligation. You forget because you are the expert, so you need to think also and have this critical view on the results. And so the results are built progressively. It's not the first answer will not be maybe the best one. It's because you will give your expert point of view, that it will be better, and so sometimes it's really a discussion, and then you have a good result. But yeah, it's not always the first answer which is the best one. And also, one good practice that I do when I want to write a long document, if you ask AI, write me a contract, it won't be good because it's too long. It's not precise enough. So I will write a really good prompt, like with the rule, the context, the format, and so on. But I will cut in some parts. So I will tell first, please, or not please, but give me first the plan. Okay, what's in the contract? What are all the articles you will put? And so he will give me the plan, the structure, and then I would say, okay, now based on what I've told you, all the information you have, please write only the first article, the first part of the report, and so it's like a discussion. And I thought, okay, no, you can put, you can write the second part, the third part, and then it will be good because it's you cut the instruction in some parts. If you ask first, write me a contract, it will be not good because it will be just 2 pages and he will miss a lot of things. So the most precise you are, the better it will be. And also to cut the instructions. Okay, give me first the plan, and then okay, write the first part, second part, third part, and so on. And always, of course, verify everything after. So I've put some example of good and bad prompts. For example, a bad one is if you ask an AI, write an email about the tax deadline. It's really generic. We don't know which country is it. We don't know the tone. We don't know the context. So it won't be good. If I do that in the legal way, write an email about intellectual property. Which one? Like it's not the same rules in the US or in the EU. Um, and you need to also remember that the AI is trained on some data. And in the legal field, it's basically trained on US data, US cases. And so, of course, you can also check on internet, but the base of the data on which the AI is trained is from the US. So it's not from France or Belgium, so it's not accurate. But if I'm really structured, act as a Belgian senior tax advisor, draft a professional email to corporate clients, reminding them of the Q1 tax filing deadline. So you put the deadline. Don't forget the requirements, penalties, late filing, offer to schedule a consultation. So you put everything in it because you are the expert. It's just a way to gain more time and to be more efficient, but you are the expert and you put the correct information. And you can also download, I don't know, if you have a document for the AI to understand well what you mean. You can put that. Please, so the tone be helpful, professional, for example, and also you need to put if you want something short or long. So that kind of prompts are better because it's more structured and more precise. Another one, if you want to analyze a financial report, if you put the document in the AI and you ask, just analyze this company's financial statements, okay, maybe some part will be good, but it's not good enough. If you want a really good result, you should write, for example, it's really just an example, act as a financial auditor reviewing the mid-sized, so you can you give the context of the company, and you ask also the objective. Identify the trends in revenue, the profit, the cash flow, highlight any red flags regarding liquidity or debt, provide so the summary for the board, so we know also the kind of person who will read the report, focusing on operational health and risk factors. It's really an example, but the most precise you are, the better and efficient it will be. Another thing that I would like to talk about, it's about the workflow. So when I use AI, I usually don't use only one software, one AI model. It's really a process. For I will be transparent about these slides, for example. What was my workflow? It's I had some slides about AI, but it was not really accurate for auditor and accountant. So I had so the slides that I've already prepared, and I put the slides in ChatGPT, and I've asked, so I explain all the context, and I've asked to, based on the slides that I've upload there, write me a content who can suit to accountants or auditors of international network. And based on that, ChatGPT give me a detailed plan of the webinar. Then I check, because and I ask him, it's as I've told you, it's not the first answer which is the best one. So I need to also add, oh no, you forgot that, you need to add this, and based on that, I had some good detailed plans. And then I use another tool, which is Perplexity, but whatever, it's just to show you that it's not only one tool that I use. So I put the plan in Perplexity, and I ask, okay, verify all the facts, and also give me some examples that you will find on the internet, and which are accurate about some, for example, the case of Samsung patent, or some real life cases about the risk of using AI in business. And Perplexity, okay, verify and complete the documents. And based on that, I went in another tool, which is Gamma. And Gamma do the good, normally good slides. I don't know why some slides are not good here, but you will put the notes that you have, or the summary or whatever, and they will do the slides directly. And then you can change, you can also modify the slides and so on. So it's several steps, but I think I gain sometimes between every task. In total, I gain some times. But it's not, so you need to have this workflow to say, okay, AI can maybe do some drafts, but then I need my professional review to see if everything is good. So it's really important to have this kind of process, and to see and to talk with your colleagues. Okay, what kind of process we can use AI, but maybe some process you don't want to use AI because it's too much sensitive, or you really need this human regard. So this human point of view. So you need to think about all the processes in your business, and say, okay, that kind of stuff we can maybe put some AI in it, about client communication, emails, slides, some document drafting, and then the review of some professional before sending to some clients. So I think in your company, it's important not to be ashamed or not to say that you are using AI. I've seen a lot of companies, a lot of employees using AI without telling the people in the company. It's called shadow AI. So if you use AI but you don't tell, so you will be more efficient, but maybe the employer doesn't understand why you suddenly more efficient. Usually it's because you are using AI, uh, which is good, but I think it's the role of the management to just explain what are the rules in the company, what are the best practices, to put in place some trainings for the staff. Because if you don't do it, I think it's really dangerous because some of your employees will use AI for sure. So it's better as a manager if you train and you put some rules in the company saying, okay, that are the good practices. Please do not put any sensitive information in it. Please review all the time the information you send to clients if you are using AI. Uh, that kind of maybe simple rules. But if the employee doesn't know that, maybe he will put some really sensitive document or sensitive information of the clients in the document, or maybe he just doesn't know about hallucinations, and so he will think that AI is always right, and so if there is a legal case or some tax information or statistics, it's always correct. But if you don't know it, maybe you think you're right, and so it can be dangerous for the accountability and the reputation of the company if the clients see that it's not correct what you have put in the report or in an email or whatever. So I think it's really just a culture of business in your company that you need to put, because I think it's you should not like forbid the AI use in your company, because it's like forbids the use of computer or forbids the use of internet. AI now it's everywhere, and you should, I think, as a manager, to give the tools, the correct tools and the correct trainings and the good practices to your employees, just to use it wisely and safely, because it's a huge opportunity. You will gain so much time. You will also it's so good for all the small tasks, repetitive tasks, some monitoring, some drafting. It's so good, but you need also to have in mind all the risks and how to mitigate them. So it's really, I think the risks are manageable, but you need to think about the risks when you put some information in AI. Um, Please use AI because it's incredible everything that can do. But also, yeah, once again, as a manager, please structure, put some AI um, structure in your company for your employees to correctly use AI, and don't take risks, stupid risks, about data leak or hallucination or whatever, that can be really a problem after that if there is a problem. So yeah, I think that's it. I've put on the slides maybe the next steps, concrete steps for you if you want. Maybe think about the use of AI in your company. If you don't use AI already, it's okay, but maybe think about okay, what kind of process we can maybe in which we can use AI, and draft an internal AI usage policy for your employees. I think it's interesting also to have some training sessions, or at least one for your staff, the basics about the risks, maybe some that kind of information I gave you today. Um, Identify some tools that can be good for your practice, and also define some process to verify always the information that goes to the clients. Even if you are using AI, just verify. And also start by yourself to try to do a good prompt. And I think it's by doing that you will be better and better in prompting. Uh, so by using AI, because you will learn by doing, and I think it's the best way to do it, especially with AI. So yeah, that was for me. Maybe you have some questions or some remarks. Yeah, the floor is yours if you want.
Sophie, would you mind me telling a few words about it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Indeed, it's interesting to have your IT point of view.
yeah, thanks. It was a really good um, uh, presentation, especially the prompt part, because that's where most people just make the mistake. But don't hesitate making a mistake, because uh, uh, it gets better by using it. So you have to keep trying, and you have to make the prompt much more better. But the better prompt you make, the last prompt you make, which seems to be perfect, you can use it for another time as well. So it just depends on how much you practice. But yeah, the prompting is the most important part. As you said, we are. It doesn't matter in which industry, in which role you are. You have. You can be either a accountant, you can be either a lawyer or auditor or IT professional. It doesn't matter. You can easily use AI if you, as you said, if you have a structured prompt, which defines what you would like at the end, and what the tone, what the length, what the role is, so you can easily get whatever you want. But for example, the last experience we had was really interesting. We were trying to build a training, a day-long training, like 8 hours. We have given so many information to the AI, and we wanted it to prepare a training slide set, which was around 150 slides, which it did really well. And it also included the speaker notes as well. But as you said, it included lots of hallucination. So we had to go through all of the slides. But yeah, that was a time consuming thing. But at the end, we have gained almost days, not hours, because if we had done it personally, it would just take us weeks to prepare that presentation. But at the end, it has given us some baseline for the training, and we were able to build on it much more better, much more faster, and in a much more better way. But one thing I would like to tell you is that there are licensed versions of AIs. So for example, for Copilot, there's Copilot 365, which just lets you use your work data and do not get it trained in the generic form. So that's what we use. And for example, if you have the professional and licensed one, you can easily go through all of your documents. You can easily put your documents, because you know that it will not be used in any training of the generic AI. So that way you can easily provide some documents, and even if it has sensitive data, you will know that it will not be used. But for the public one, Of course, that's the most important one because if you are a lawyer, if you are an accountant, it's definitely it's definite that you have lots of sensitive information in your documents and you should just mask them or get the sensitive data out of them. So I'd like to thank you very much about this presentation, and it was really informative for the beginners. And the thing you have said is really important. People should start basically for their AI journey, start prompting, start using, and as you said, the company owners should or the managers should train the employees because they might be misusing it, providing sensitive data, but they should definitely make use of it, and maybe later as they get used to it they can move to a licensed version or enterprise version and get more out because the licensed versions give you lots of other possibilities that you can make use of. So that's one thing I just wanted to tell. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your input. Really interesting, and thank you also, Karen, in the chat. I've seen that thing in the chat. I think, yeah, I will definitely check. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. I will send you the slides, and of course, if you have any questions about AI or intellectual property or technology, just I'm the person. So yeah, just reach to me, and I will be happy to discuss.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. Hello, Kevin.
Yeah, because I input in the chat box the two websites because I just attended a meeting in Shanghai organized by the municipal government talking about the AI implementation in accounting. So they mentioned the two companies. One called like GetBasis.ai. It's mainly for AI accounting. It's a US company, I think, and also a Field Guide. I'm not checked the website yet. I think it's a AI auditing company. So I just like maybe you can check their websites later. So today we are more talking about the like AI policy, but yesterday in our meeting, some of the big four or some other accounting firms they have mentioned about to apply the AI technology in their day-to-day accounting or auditing. So maybe we can check for this in further details and share with our members. And I'm not sure if we can introduce some technology in our day-to-day work. So that's just for your information.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. And yeah, I see you soon, and have a nice day.